Thank you so much, Unity Band. That was delightful. Good morning. Welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Lansing on this beautiful snowy day. I love the first snowfall when the roads are still clear and everything just pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm Reverend Sharon Ketchum and so happy to welcome you here today. And to those of you that are joining us online, safe and snug at home, I hope, welcome to you also. Our coffee bar is open as well as a snack table, so please avail yourself of a beverage and maybe a little sweet to munch on. And if you're with us for the first time, I hope you received a little pack of popcorn when you came in, just our way of saying thank you for popping in. Going around this morning is a clipboard, one of our favorite activities here, because next week is our Thanksgiving potluck. And yes, it's like a week before Thanksgiving, which means you can practice all of your dishes. So when you do it at home, you know, you got it all down pat. But do sign up, even if you're coming. It helps give us a count, just have an idea. You're welcome to bring friends and family. And also, Maggie's got a clipboard going around for your opportunity to lead a meditation at 9:45 on Sunday mornings. It's a wonderful way to start the day, just that time and a little group meditation together. We are a wonderful prayer ministry. We have a great prayer team, great prayer ministry. And if you have anything on your heart, a concern, or something that you're celebrating, our prayer box is over there behind the sofa. You can put a prayer request in there, and those of you online, you can put it in through our website. Also, you're also welcome to send me an email, and I'll add it to our prayer list. Our prayer team will pray with you for 30 days, and then we forward it to Silent Unity for an additional 30 days of prayer. So no matter what's going on in your life, you are not alone. We now have a new mission statement that we're trying out for size, seeing how this feels. So let's affirm together. We are a spiritual community embracing positive transformation through prayer, education, and living the principles of unity and love. And the vision that we came up with as we did this workshop, to actually forecast who we are now, is seeing a joyful, supportive world centered in love, providing opportunity for spiritual transformation. We really understand it's not about finding the right path, but having that opportunity to explore where God is calling us to explore within ourselves and within our world. One light, but many lamps, each of us that great lamp of the light. Let's affirm together. The enlightenment of the Buddha shines within us. The compassion of the Christ moves through us. The power of Jehovah strengthens and guards us. The presence of Allah surrounds and guides us. Wherever we are, the Tao is, and all is God. Greg's going to lead us in a wonderful prayer song. Great series of affirmations.
Yes, I am here to love. Yes, I am here to serve. Yes, I am here to be the love of God. Yes, I am here to love. Yes, I am here to serve. Yes, I am here to be the love of God, my God. And I know forevermore that I am loved. Yes, I know forevermore that I am loved. Yes, I am here to learn. Yes, I am here to live. Yes, I am here to be the love of God. Yes, I am here to learn. Yes, I am here to live. Yes, I am here to be the love of God, my God.
As we've made that commitment to be here to love and to serve, it's time that we pray for our neighbors. And big on our prayer list right now is certainly the food bank. I do understand that SNAP benefits are going out in Michigan, thank you, God. Some people have received them. And we're collecting foods for the food bank. I wanted to invite Maggie up just to give us an update because she has been very busy making a difference. And she'll give us, we better hit the mic over there. Yes, everybody can hear you. That is great.
I would like to express my great gratitude to everybody that has participated in this food drive. We're making a huge difference here in our community. So far, and my car is about half full right now, to date we have taken 310 pounds of food and $450 to the food bank. We can make a difference. Thank you so much for participating.
Thank you for getting this started. And Maggie's heading back east, and Carla's going to pick up the banner to get this food out there. Saturday is the day that they have the food disbursement from the food bank over on Willoughby, the little church there near the corner. And the lineup Saturday was well down past the church across the road and into their parking lot. So, besides the SNAP benefits, there are a lot of people that were laid off that were government workers that, not laid off, they're working without pay, but you still have to eat. How does that happen? So just knowing that we are seeing a need and filling it. And this morning as we do our prayer, I really like to bless the food that's here, the food that's in Maggie's car, the food that's already gone, and the food that's ready to come. Because we know it's not just the items that are going there. It's our energy, it's our love. It's us seeing those people that are receiving these gifts as prosperous, not in need, but seeing them as prosperous, changing our thinking. Because whatever you give to multiplies. So we don't give to need. We give because we are in a place where we have this abundance to share. And what a gift that we're given to us, because when you have somebody that you can share it with, it makes you feel so good too. So that lifting all of us up in that real truth of prosperity of this universe. And there's so much going on. Let's just keep our hearts wide open, and just in wherever it may be in your life or in the world that's heavy on your heart right now, wherever there's illness, that we see wholeness. And that includes cold and flu season that some people think is this time of year, erroneous thought. And wherever there is conflict, let us see peace. Where there's lack, let us see plenty. And where there is division, let us see oneness. So let's just take a moment to close our eyes and just to allow it to fill up with that vibration of blessing, a blessing that comes from understanding that we are interconnected, that there is no separation, that in truth there is only one, that loving presence that is expressed in each and every one of us. And so we embrace our fellow humans on this planet with our heart, seeing the wholeness and the strength and the wisdom in each and every one of them. Seeing that glory of God expressed in and through them, even as it is expressing in and through us in this deep, beautiful celebration of life. And so it is. Amen. Okay, a little table talk here. We're going to talk about love today, a new series. And so what's one small act of love that instantly lifts your mood? And this, think about when you just do a small thing and all of a sudden you feel better. And think about when somebody does a small thing for you and, your step gets just a little bit lighter. You find yourself maybe having a little smile on your face. Just makes a difference. That little thing that makes a difference that you might not even think about when it's happening.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. You know what makes me feel loved? Is when my wife restocks my Diet Coke in the fridge.
That's a good one.
And I open the door, because I always keep 4 cans in there, and it gets down, and when I come in, and it's restocked, I just, oh, that's nice. I wasn't even here, and she thought about me. Yeah.
And Jill does a million things like that, so they all make me feel that way.
Yeah, it's just.
And for me, they talk about different love languages, the things that that you respond to best, or
Yeah.
that you value the most. And for me, it's like a physical touch kind of thing. So
Oh, you're a touch
whenever it's
person.
just like a hand on my bag or something like that, it makes me feel that way.
That's
So,
true, that connection.
Yeah.
That you really hear, you just kind of
And some people aren't into that at all, but just, I've always liked that.
I feel really good in giving when I actually stop and take a moment to write a little card to somebody or to make the phone call I've been thinking about instead of just shifting off a text.
Oh, it makes a difference.
To
Yeah.
actually pick up the phone and call
Like-
or
What is this? Somebody actually calling me?
I know we've got into the shorthand of connection.
Yeah, and the way people spell and abbreviate and use emojis,
Jeez.
you're lucky if you really get the gist of it. Or it's really easy to misinterpret a tone.
Oh, that's
so
true.
the phone call's better. In person's best, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. But I know with families sometimes they're just so
Yeah,
distant. I can't do that, making that phone call.
right.
Okay, well,
Should we do sacred love here?
yeah, sounds like a good time to do that.
Okay.
You are sacred love, sacred love is all that you are.
You are sacred love, God. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, God. Sacred love is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, God. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred peace. Sacred peace is all that you are. You are sacred peace, God. Sacred peace is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. You are sacred joy. Sacred joy is all that you are. You are sacred joy, God. Sacred joy is all that you are. You are sacred love. Sacred love is all that you are. You are sacred love, God. Sacred love is all that you are.
Is this better? Oh. I woke up this morning and I found something. I found some glory. Anyone want some glory? We've got glory. Some glory for you. Some glory for you. Some glory. Isn't this great? We got glory. Glory. Glory, glory, glory. Glory. Glory for you. Glory. We all need some glory. And, all right, folks, it's the first glory of the season, and look who slid in from the North Bone. He lost his hat. There we go. From the North Bone. Give a warm welcome to the 1 foot bringer of brittle joy. He may not have flesh, but he is the patron saint of vitamin D deficiency. Give it up for Calcium Claus. That's not going to work. We'll find a place for him in a minute. All right. I am Tyson, and I am your platform assistant for today. And our daily word is glory. As inspired by the 19th Psalm, the heavens are telling the glory of God, and it sure did. And the firmament proclaims his handiwork as it came down all last night. Wasn't that beautiful? We are each spiritual beings, glorious expressions of God, as we live more fully into our divine nature. We better recognize our unity with all of life. Looking around us, we see the beauty of diversity of humanity. We also appreciate the vast variety of creatures on earth, whether of earth, sky, water. Boy, that's snow all around, right? Earth, sky, water, yeah. All creatures are glorious components of the universe. We give thanks for each one. Now we turn our attention inward. The glory of God within us is an inner kingdom where beautiful and loving thoughts live, kindness, warm memories, inspired motivation, and most of all, peace. As we bring our attention to the realm of our consciousness, we create within us a world of majesty, splendor, and wonder that we also find in the world around us. As we do, we discover the glory of God everywhere. Let us affirm together, I am blessed to be the part of the glory of God. I've got a little bit of glory on the sheet here. All right. Now, November is Native American Heritage Month. It is. It is time to celebrate the traditions, languages, and stories of Native American and Alaskan Native communities and ensure their rich histories and contributions continue to thrive with each passing generation. One of the ways we do this year-round at Unity is to acknowledge the Three Fires Council, the original inhabitants of this land. The Three Fire Council consists of the tribes of, and I'm probably going to screw this up, Ojibwe, Adawa, and Patamanawala. All right, yeah. Anyway, those three tribes. There is a bench out by the pond marking this accomplishment, this acknowledgement. And we honor them by honoring the land as good caretakers of nature. All right, and now it is my great pleasure to share wonderful music from Linda Abar. Thank you.
is tied up with string. These are a few of my favorite things: cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things: girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into spring. These are a few of my favorite things: when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so Thank you.
What a lovely rendition of that song. He just made it sound all brand new again. Oh, I forgot I had a check for the food bank I was going to put in the basket here. There we go. Okay. Well, today I thought we'd start a new little series before we get into the holiday season, which is breathing down our neck. And a while back there was a book and a movie called Eat, Pray, Love. And how many of you read it? Saw the movie? Oh, so yeah, you're familiar with it. And you know, who wants to fly right now? Because, you know, it's kind of where the planes are going. But we don't have to go around the world to have that spiritual inner journey. And I thought she brought up so many interesting points that all of us experience in our own ways. I thought this would be kind of a really good little spiritual journey we go on before we get deeply into Advent. So, you know, the whole idea of love, about opening our heart so that we can find love, real love in our life. And eating, which we all do so well, helps us remind ourselves to feed our souls, that we do need self-nourishment. And prayer, it enables us to calm down from all the chaos and the noise out there and listen to that still small voice within. So we're going to start out with love. It's a 4-letter word. I bet in your lifetime there were times that it was kind of a nasty word. Think high school. Do you remember the traumas and the dramas of early love times when it was the end of the world, when things didn't work out right? So it's really kind of funny. I mean, do we really fall into it? Why do we have these expressions, falling into love? I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? Sometimes we think of love, it's about the big fireworks going off, or comfort food, or a cold day like today, some tomato soup and grilled cheese, or maybe it's just having a really strong Wi-Fi connection. Don't you just have that really warm feeling inside when you're connected, you're connected? But love we don't fall into, we rise into the full expression of it. So that's why it's a really important thing to really become more mindful and more conscious of in our day-to-day life. And I often think about, is love a noun or a verb? And it's kind of both. It's a noun and a verb, and it can always be that at the same time. It's a thing, but yet it's an activity. So no wonder it's so curious to us. We hear that God is love, and you know, in the Bible it's only said that God is love once. And that's in 1 John, which 1 John is way at the back of the Bible. It's one of those little short chapters. It says, God is love, and those who abide in love abide in God, and God abides in them. Beautiful way of saying that God is love, we are love. It's all, we're just that expression of love. But yet we still have this connotation in our heads about chasing after love. Somehow we have to achieve it, that it's outside of ourselves. It's something we need to strive for. It's something we need to work for, unless you have a dog. A dog will absolutely love you without any of that effort. But to get, we don't chase after it because we already embody it, because we are the expression of this energy, this idea, this universality that we call God, the nature of God expressing through us. If God is love and there's only one power, one presence, that includes us. So we get to be that expression of love on earth. Love seems to have a lot of test and pop quizzes. If you've been in those love relationships where you feel it's put to the test, family very often has hidden quizzes. You're expected to, whether it be remembering the birthdays, getting out the Christmas cards, inviting somebody over for dinner for the holidays, and you didn't even know it was a test. So no wonder we sometimes fail at those. But the test we're going to give you this morning is, what did the Fillmores say about love? Charles and Myrtle Fillmore co-founded the Unity Movement many years ago. And Charles says that love is the great harmonizer and healer. Whoever calls on love as the inner quickening power will be lifted up and healed. I love this idea of the concept of love as healing. And if you think about it, for the very simplest thing as a child, when we got hurt, a kiss from mom made it better. She loved us enough to bend over and touch us, to kiss us, to put a Band-Aid on it. Love really is a healing power. And we know that when physically we're into discomfort, that anger, anxiety, tenseness does nothing but slow down the healing powers of our very own bodies. But when we let all that go and relax into it, when we're into that love presence, it really does, literally does facilitate our physical healing in all things. And Myrtle says that love is the pure essence of being that binds together the whole human family. And have you ever noticed it about yourself? You could have had you could be in a state of mind that is not your best. But then all of a sudden you see somebody that really could use your help, or a place where you could step in and do something to make a difference. And all of a sudden, all that angst and all that discord just seems to come together, and you show up as your best self. It's like flipping a switch. It's there all the time. It's just a matter of us letting it express in and through us. So basically in Unity, we talk about love as an energy, as the movement of the universe, energy and motion. It always brings us back to the harmony. It always brings us back into that oneness, melts away fear. And the closest that I can think of it, that in my mind that I can understand when the mind wants to get involved intellectually, is the idea of gravity. Gravity always draws things to itself. The only thing with gravity is it's limited. It only goes in one direction, right? It only goes down to the earth, down to the floor. Where love has that drawing power in all directions, even beyond the 3 dimensions, beyond 4 dimensions. It is multi-dimensional, just an amazing concept of energy and movement and the beingness of the divine. So a little physics factor here. Love is the great expander. And I think the problem with the word love is that we have used it to have this whole array of things. It's on a spectrum that is so broad, we kind of get confused about, well, which love are you talking about? And we don't have numbers for it, we don't have gradients for it, but I think we have little ways of kind of deciding which side of the spectrum that it's on. So when we're in love in relativity, in our human form, when we're loving in that space of ourself that compares all the time, that measures all the time, that's one kind of love, and it's a little lower vibration, shall we say, than the expression of love when we're thinking about it in oneness, that there is no boundaries, there is no wall, there is no barrier, there's just a flow of love. So in the relative world, in our human expression, it's really about attachment. We get attached. I love so-and-so. I love that dress. I love my home. You're attached to it. You're really attached to it. Such an attachment that if you lose it, it actually feels like there's a little hole in you, like you have lost something. But when we think about love as oneness, it's expansive. We think about just feeling love without any boundaries, without any names, that it's just an interconnectedness that is beyond description. There is no ties to it. There is no time to it. It's simply a way of being. I think about our human love as cling wrap. You know, wraps it up nice and tight and protect it. And boy, if we love somebody, don't we want to protect them? I mean, we kind of use our love to wrap around them. And so much so, God knows if you have kids, you know, that's the only thing you ever want to do is protect them from having any pain. Or if you have parents, you know, you don't want them to have pain. You have best friends, you don't want them to have pain. You want to just wrap them up and protect them. That's not real healthy in the long run as much as our human love wants to do this out of love for them. When we're into that love of oneness, there's just this great sense of liberation. You know that ultimately it's for a higher good. There's all things transpire, and even when things may look painful, at the other end, as you work through that, it raises us up in a sense to, it's part of the journey, it's part of moving forward, it's part of growing. Okay, human love is so measurable. I love you this much. Do you ever do this with the kids? I love you this much, and they go, I love you this much, and you go, I love you this much, and then finally you go, I love you to the moon and back. You know, we try to measure how much we love. Isn't this funny? I mean, think about this. How can we possibly measure how much we love somebody? But we're into that love of oneness. It is just immeasurable because it's infinite. There is no beginning or end. It's just such a huge, fantastical concept that I think that's why we try to get it in little bite-sized pieces with our human understanding of love. And when we're in the human form of love, it can be pretty judgmental. It can be pretty judgmental. Kind of a give and receive, almost a contract. I love you, so how could you do this to me? If you love me, you would have known that's what I needed, because I know you're a mind reader if you really love me, right? But when we're into the oneness, we just see everything with an eyes of love. And I think right now in the world, especially in our country where things are so divided, we have a tendency to kind of get up and put on those glasses of love judgment. You know, we don't see them, whoever the them is to us, as loving. And so therefore we start getting into this kind of fearful expression of it. And, you know, Course in Miracles talks about there is only love. If you have fear, fear is an illusion. If you get into pure love, it totally overcomes the fear. When we see eyes of compassion, that this too is love. Maybe I don't understand it yet because love is so infinite in its definition, in its expression. I'm going to love into understanding it. Eventually. I love this little gift of water ripples because this is what love is like. And we can drop love of oneness, that love of connectedness, into the human consciousness. It has this ripple effect. It has a ripple effect that just, we have no idea where it ends up. It keeps going out to whomever and whatever in our planet is willing to receive that ripple. And then they can add on to it, and you get multiple ripples. And this just keeps multiplying and multiplying. Just a fabulous physical expression of, it just keeps growing. There could be nothing more abundant, more prosperous than the ability to love in the concept of oneness. Love does take a lot of courage, and I think courage, I always think about the French word le coeur, the heart, that when we love coming from the heart, it takes a certain amount of bravery, because this can feel in our human self like a really vulnerable place. The heart is where we get hurt, though we've known hurt, deep hurts. Whether it's somebody that did something, or something that did somebody that did something unspeakable, like dying on us. I mean, that hurts, even though we know it's part of life. So, I was in a mastermind group when I was up in Canada, and this woman really wanted to find true love. And that's, she went into the mastermind group, that was the question, how do I find true love? How do I find true love? And, you know, in those moments of clarity during a meditation and prayers, we're working on this, she got it. I need to become it. If I want to find true love, I need to become true love. And for the next year, she really worked on loving herself. She bought herself flowers. You know, going to the store and buy yourself a flower. You just feel good. Having a little live flower on your desk or sitting there on the sink. And during the course of time, as she took herself out on dates, she actually did find just a beautiful partner. But she said to me that what was really different was when she found this love, this new love of hers, she felt so different about it, because no longer was it like these two magnets bringing together that they have to be together. No, she felt full and complete. And this was just a little bonus addition to her life. It's just a totally different relationship. She found true love by becoming true love herself. The biggest thing that we need to learn to love is ourselves. I don't know about you, but I know personally, sometimes it just feels wrong to love myself. I was told you should grow up and be humble, that you shouldn't be too prideful. And somehow it feels like if I love myself, it's kind of being prideful, or I don't know, thinking that I'm something that I'm not. And how many of us have that same feeling about, are we worthy of love? Are we worthy of loving? I mean, it's just a huge question to really learn to love ourselves. And you know why? Because of all people that we know ourselves best, which means we know every imperfection we have. We know every stinking thought that has gone through our mind, those ones that are nice, not nice, that we would never say out loud. We'd be so embarrassed if anybody ever could read all the thoughts that go through our mind. And we go, how can I possibly love myself when I know what's going on up there? So getting to that point where we can actually love ourselves, as imperfect as it may seem to our human judgment. And I love that, the story about the cracked jar, that's how the light gets in. And in Japan, whenever they have a cracked piece of pottery, they put it back together and they fill it with gold. It's called kintsugi, which literally means gold repair. And if we could somehow think of ourselves as wherever we've had those nasty thoughts, or certainly less than oneness thoughts, whenever we've done something that was not our highest behavior, our best behavior, that we could see that as a crack and fill it with gold, just to reflect that light out. I mean, granted, I know I would have a lot of gold lines going through me, veins all over, but think how bright and shiny I would be. So learning to love ourselves, even though our imperfections are well known to us, because it's the imperfections that really allow the light to get out. I think about it, the hardest thing to learn is when you think you already know it. If you think you know everything about something, your mind is not open at all. So if you think you are complete and you've hidden all your imperfections, how do you grow? How do you grow spiritually? It's in those imperfections that allows a little more room for movement, a little room for exploring, a little room for change and transformation. We could stay all day on books and list of things that we should do to be good spiritual beings, to be good humans. In the Old Testament, the Jewish people had 622 laws that they were supposed to follow every day. That kind of strangles the life out of things. And I love it that Jesus, as a teacher, said, don't worry about it. Forget all those things. There's really only one commandment. Love God with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love one another. All we have to do is to be that expression of love. I mean, the books may help us get to whatever point in our journey, but the bottom line is all we need to do is to embody, embrace, and express the love that we are. In a book called Creative Transformation, Penny Lewis says, no matter how much others love us, we can only receive the love that we give. We are benefited far more by the love we give than the love bestowed upon us. So, looking at this statement in two ways, we are full and complete. We may grow, but it's not like we have to gain something. We already have all that we need. It's just a matter of allowing it to express. So if we're not giving love out, there's no room for love to come in. Think about that. If we don't give it out, it's a full cup. I can't pour any more into it if it's already full. It just won't take it. And that when you had the discussion this morning about what little things make you feel love when you give it and when you receive it, and I found it much easier to think about things that bring a smile to my face when I do that little thing. it's much easier for us to give love, that we don't run out of it. And it has a real uplifting effect on our consciousness, on our heart, and on our health, because there we are, loving ourselves, bringing us into harmony. And it's very simple things like more smiles. Greg and I, we were talking about, I said about a phone call, and we were talking about how we text one another. It's quick and short, and it's over with, but you don't really have an interaction. Even if you use emojis, it's not the same as hearing somebody's voice. So the ability just to smile one another, it's really pleasant. Oh, a stranger, to look and smile at you, it's just can be an amazing thing. Making eye contact. Too many times we have the elevator mentality. When you get on the elevator, you just straight ahead. You don't look left, you don't look right, no eye contact. And even in church, for years we had pews. And when you're sitting in a pew, it's straight ahead. You're not supposed to look left or right, and heaven knows you shouldn't look behind you. Making eye contact with other people to actually see each other. And more touch. Actually, Greg and I talked about this, there are little things too, about touch, whether it be a handshake or a hug. I know when I'm away from church on a Sunday, and if I go to another church, I never get the same kind of hugs as I get in my home church. And something is just off for the next week. I don't know if you notice that. When you miss a week here, you just don't have that human contact. A lot of us don't interact with a lot of humans in the course of a week. Less and less with technology. It's just a wonderful thing to be able to reach out and take somebody's hand, put an arm around somebody's shoulder, get just a heart-to-heart hug. It's good for us, and these things cost absolutely nothing. Love is sometimes easy and sometimes hard. So here's one of those love tests. The love's shining, the sun is shining, the coffee is hot. Pretty easy to feel love, right? And then there's a day where it's raining and you just spilled coffee down your leg. Just feel good. Your arms are full, the door's shut, and people are walking by. Hey. Nobody's going to help me? Come on. How about your arms are full, the door's shut, and somebody random walks by and opens the door for you? Oh, somebody saw you. Somebody actually saw you and actually put effort into going. Now here's a little trickier. My arms are empty, and you see somebody else struggling, and you just poured coffee down your leg. See, it's not always easy. Now, here's one that's real tricky. My arms are empty because I'm in a state of lack. I went to the grocery store, didn't have the money, whatever it might be. Someone else is struggling because they have arms full of groceries that I don't have. Can I go open the door for them? But can you feel how that feels so different? There are times that we begrudge somebody else's good thinking they took ours. And we know that's not true. Nobody can take our good. We just have to open our arms to receive it. So love the easy way and love the hard way and love the interesting way. I love this little graphic there where the guy's looking to say which face he's going to put on, the love face or the fear face. In a book called Silence, it says, the mind is disciplined, the heart turns quickly from fear to love. If the mind is disciplined, it turns quickly from fear to love. And sometimes we may need some help on that. Sometimes it may mean turning off the news. Sometimes it may be putting aside the stories that we've heard, the continuing stories. If our mind is clear, we get it, that that's not the truth, that love is the truth, that God is in all things, that God is there first. There's no place where there is an absence of this divine love. And the ROI is return on investments. And in relationships, that's where you get your best return on investments. And we are always in relationship. Think about it. We are always in relationship, even if it's the cashier at the store. There's a service they're providing that you're accepting. How about the person lives next door to you? There is a relationship there, whether it's your agreement on how you shovel the snow or on the sidewalks or stuff. So we're always in a relationship, and this is where we can, when we invest love, where we get our absolute best return. A smile doesn't cost us anything. A kind word doesn't cost us anything. So the idea to have more interaction with each other, to be that expression of love in action, that really helps ground us in spirit, helps ground us in spirit. Think about it. If God is all things, if we can interact with one another openly and freely, how much more we're expressing that very nature of God, and how much more we're aware of it in our life. So, eat, pray, love. Think about this. If you, every day you got mindful about every person that you're going to meet, and that, how about once a day that you just surprise somebody with an awareness about another person, that maybe somebody you hadn't talked to before. Hey, somebody here at Sunday service, you hadn't said hello before, and you just stop and take a moment to say, I see you. Hello, how are you? Appreciate somebody every day. That's a really fun exercise. Just make sure, a little check mark on your list, that I'm just going to appreciate somebody. And it's even better if you can tell them I appreciate them, if you will. Being grateful for our interconnectedness, and notice the difference on ourselves when we have this free-flowing, interactive relationship instead of putting up walls of protection or fear, whatever it might be that we have created. Did you know that you are very charismatic? Because each of us has that Christ charisma within us. I love this term, the Christ charisma. That's that light. The Christ is the anointed consciousness, that divine consciousness within us. That is our consciousness, that great charisma. So let's affirm together. I am a child of God. God is love, and I am love expressing. I'm going to reach outside of the limitations of myself. So as we get ready to go into meditation, we're going to acknowledge our God-given Christ charisma. And really think about making those conscious choices to transform discord into harmony. And know that when a love is seen in action, it never ends where it begins. It always goes out from that center. So with that, we're going to reaffirm that we are love. Thank you, Greg. invite you to allow yourself to float into that vibration of the I am. As you close your eyes, if that's comfortable. And take a moment to relax into this moment, this holy instant. Breathing in, breathing out. And bringing your hand up to your heart to help you center in that symbolic truth of our being, that we are heart-centered, for we are love. We are divine love expressing in a myriad of ways, some more brilliant than others, but always with that intention to embrace and express the truth of our being, the truth of life, to do our part to bring harmony into the world, to do our part to recognize the abundance of this universe, to do our part to claim, to wear, to share our divine identity as an individualized expression of infinity. Recognizing that within ourselves, that light that shines, that warm, warm light without end, bubbling up from the core of our being, fulfilling and filling our personal space, our intellectual capacity, our emotional garden. It is all love, and it is all us. And allow yourself to hear these words as your words. I love and bless the divine life expressing as me. I love and bless the divine life expressing as me. I love, I bless, I am the divine life expressing. And so it is. Amen.
I am love.
Don't you forget it. Lovely job. Thank you. Okay, little spiritual practice of the week, if you'd like to try something. Before judging anyone, silently affirm, the love of God is at work here. Wow, isn't that a great reaction? The love of God is at work here. Before we judge somebody, the love of God is at work here.
And I judge you glorious.
And love leaves evidence. The important thing is to make sure it's ours. The evidence we leave behind, make sure it's our love. And with that, I'm going to bring forward some great evidence of love with Linda and her beautiful voice and her music. This is one of your songs, right? You're singing next?
This song, I just call it Thank You because that's essentially, it was a prayer that a friend recited to me, and then I just expanded on it, and I did what I do. Thank you for what's been given me and what's been taken away. Thank you for all that's come to pass and for what's yet to come. A little faster. For by losing, I've learned to let go. From what's been given, I've learned to receive. From all that's past, I've learned to trust you with what tomorrow may bring. Thank you for what's been given me and what's been taken away. Thank you for all that's come to pass and for what's yet to come. For by losing, I've learned to let go. From what's been given, I've learned to receive. From all that's past, I've learned to trust you for what tomorrow may bring. To give me what I need to grow into my next state of being. To grow, it's the nature of healing. To Thank you for what's been given me and what's been taken away. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Linda. That was great. All right, now is the time we create a sacred circle of generosity by acknowledging and sharing the blessings we have received. Giving is a matter of the heart, not of wealth. If you are in person, you can place your love offerings in the little cup on your table. If you are using a credit card or the QR code on the screen, you can give your support through PayPal. Now, whether or not you are sharing of financial gifts this week, we invite you to affirm the sacred exchange by placing your hand over your heart or using one of the little tokens on your table there. We bless our gifts and share our love and our treasure by affirming together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I praise, give thanks, and am glad. Our circle of generosity includes gratitude to every one of you who support Unity with their loving gifts, whether it's a thought, a prayer, or monetary gifts. Our circle of generosity grows even larger as we share those gifts with others. As a tithing ministry, a portion of our tithes is shared with local charitable organizations that inspire and bless us. This fourth quarter of 2025, we will split a portion of our tithing among 5 remaining congregate choice nominees. One of the 5 is the Justice League of Greater Lansing, working towards reparation for local African Americans through scholarships for higher education, support for business startups, and home ownership. Already, they have awarded 20 scholarships and worked with Habitat for Humanity to help someone purchase their first home. That is a blessing. Let us bless these organizations and affirm our blessings as we sing, I Give My Thanks.
Brand new one today.
All right.
I am so thankful for every blessed moment, and I live in gratitude. My heart is open, my spirit is rejoicing, and I live in gratitude. I give my thanks to God. 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 I am so thankful for every blessed moment, and I give in gratitude. My heart is open, my spirit is rejoicing, and I give in gratitude. I give my thanks to God. 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 I give my thanks to God.
All right, let us take a moment to deeply immerse ourselves in gratitude by collectively blessing the gifts just received. Adrian?
All right. Let us affirm together. Given in love, received in love, we dedicate these gifts to do the will and the work of the Holy Spirit. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, my
Thank
friend.
you.
Adrian. That was Adrian. All right. Today, following service, is the monthly meeting of the all-inclusive women's group. You can join them in the upper room of the lodge for meaningful conversation about women's issues, concerns, and passions. Next Sunday is our annual Thanksgiving potluck. The sign-up sheets, yes, this is going to be big. Thank you, Nan. 50 people are signed up to come. Awesome. All right, the sign-up sheets have been passed around and during service, but if it didn't get to you and you want to bring something, let's see, talk to probably Nan. Nan right back there, she will get you signed up. Thank you, Nan. Oh, Nan forgot her turkey hat. Well, you're going to have it to next week. I need to get a turkey hat. Where's my turkey hat? I don't have a turkey hat. All right. And know that you are welcome to bring friends and family to join in our Eat, Pray, Love Thanksgiving dinner. So bring your family, bring your friends. This is going to be a big, big thing. This will be lots of food. All right. As we head to the end of 2025, we are casting our vision forward for 2026. In January, we will be offering care for youth in the activity room during the Sunday service. Danielle has stepped up to take the lead. Thank you. And now we need volunteers to work with her. We have 2 adults with our young people at all times, so we need 4 to 8 people to volunteer to assist Danielle once a month to make this happen. If you feel you might be called to step up to help, please talk to her or Reverend Sharon for more information. All right, the new November edition of the Unity Pulse is on your table. It covers our weekly events like Sunday morning group meditation, Zoom classes, and special events and workshops. You should take one with you for easy reference. You can also sign up for the weekly e-news to keep current on what's happening at Unity. Just go to our website if you want that. All right. Following this service, a prayer practitioner is available to pray with you one-on-one. Prayer practitioners will be gathered right here in front of this lectern, and they will be wearing purple stalls. All right. Now, let us stand if you are able, or sit if you're not, either by your table or join us in a big circle as we sing our closing song, I Choose Love. Then we will end by affirming the prayer for protection, and the words are on the televisions if you don't know them.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God is within us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.